Hey, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We'll go with that, right? I want to give a shout out. Let me tell you a little bit because we consider you family and friends. You see, the only special interest group is you. Remember that the other night from Orlando, down there in Florida? The only special interest group I'm beholden to is you. Love that line. Let me tell you a little bit what's going on. Okay. Josh is handling everything in the studio, and we're excited about the technology that we have and able to do this. That means every once in a while I can get out of there, but I'm not off. I'm working. Got it? I got a lot to do. We have a very special show at Sycamore Crossing tomorrow in downtown Blue Ridge. You don't want to miss it. This is going to be an amazing show. But Josh, let's tell everybody how they can get in touch with us. All you got to do is go right there. That's our email address. That is our phone number. You can contact me. All the social media ways you can follow our show and fetchernews.com. So let me just say that. Also, now tomorrow at Sycamore Crossing, that's where we'll be in Blue Ridge. We do our live show there. I cannot emphasize, do not miss that show. It's going to be great. It's going to be a lot going on there. We always have Ask the Doc with Dr. William Whaley at about 8:10. And then the all-star political panel. A couple new guests are going to stop by tomorrow. You want to check it out. And then we have our North Georgia Senior Living with Jesse Barton, the Community Relations Director at Cameron Hall. And we always round it out with our Pet of the Week from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. There you go. So getting back to what we are doing this morning, trying to keep a roll. You remember, Trump, I'm not going to, let's say this, okay? People might say, well, you know what? He just made a derogatory comment about our president. I don't make derogatory comments about the president of the United States, but Trump is like the circus train coming to town, in like 1890. I mean, the town folk, everybody stopped working. Everybody stopped what they were doing when the circus train was coming through, right? I mean, Trump's like the circus train coming through in the 1890s. The Democrats is like, hearing about an art exhibit opening. I swear to God, they can't get 100 people at their grand opening for, a major artist. Like Joe's this major name, and everybody wants to be there. And they give out some cheese and wine, and they walk around and, and they say, oh, wow, it's amazing here. That's it. They can't get 100 people. They're in a mess. Now, this morning we were talking about, all right, reparations. So let me find my pictures because here's what we're trying to do. I'm trying to figure out where I'm at. The Democrats, remember this morning, they're in a total mess. You keep saying that because they are, folks. They're releasing phony polls. Let's go to that one right there. Right after, let's see what I have here. That's not it. Let's go to number 34, okay? Pretty sure. This is the day after Florida. So 2 nights ago, right? 25 people in Orlando. Was a Tuesday night, packed this place, all right? Totally packed. Outside 20,000. Now, I told you the local Orlando is not a small area. If the local news could have given anything, if you think CNN and their affiliates there, if you think CNN and MSNBC and all of them were not CBS, we're not saying, give us something. Did anybody get in a fight? Did anybody push anybody? No, they were nice to each other. They got in line. It was like they had their tickets for the greatest show on earth. Nobody said a negative word to each other. The news, all of the news trucks in Orlando had nothing to give back. You don't see it anywhere. It would be top news. If they found a gum wrapper at a Trump rally, if they could have found somebody punching somebody, I know you're saying, well, you're being redundant. I'm just trying to stress to you When you hear the media say, because their job, they are corrupt. The president of the United States told you how corrupt this media is. I tell you on a daily basis, I yell it. They're in a mess. Look at this. The next morning after Orlando, right? Now, keep in mind, Florida has a Republican governor, very popular right now. He's very popular. A sanctuary, he ended sanctuary cities. You can go on a list a mile long. Go on the internet, look it up. Ron DeSantis, what he has done down here in Florida. I just said down here in Florida. I'm not in Florida, folks. Scratch that. Anyhow, the next day, look at the polling numbers they put out. Florida 2020. Now this was from June 12th through 17th. Okay. Biden is still kicking Trump's butt in Florida. Now, why did they put this out the day after? Wednesday morning, right? Bernie Sanders, everybody is beating Trump. He doesn't stand a chance. He should have never had 120,000 people request tickets. It should never happen. The Trump campaign just should have sent 120,000 people a response email and said, you know what? We've looked at the polling numbers. In fact, we had to fire our own pollsters. This is what they should have sent out. Trump doesn't stand a chance, so we're going to cancel. No, folks, these are all phony polls. This is the mess they're in. So what do? They have hearings, okay? This is the Obama phone. So let me get to it. It's a little different here, okay? A little different. We're going to go through here. We talked about Jim Clyburn. I've got to look for the pictures. You can't see. I've got a second computer over here pulling my pictures up, okay? And CNN, and they're coming out. Hold on. We'll get to the segregationists. Number 22, yesterday, okay? Now, congressional hearings, number 20, there you go. Thanks, Josh. Number 22, congressional hearings on slavery reparations. Really? Really? Cory Booker, Danny Glover, they were all there. Reparations for slavery. Interesting. Could you translate reparations for slavery to payments for votes? Wonder if you can do that. Wonder if they will translate slavery reparations for your vote in Philadelphia, your vote in Detroit. Because that's where they're nervous, and they don't want to tell you that. They are nervous in the inner cities. Because Donald Trump said last night, what the hell do you have to lose? They know they're losing the plantation. Democrats are losing the plantation. Actually, blacks are free. Sorry about that. Not trying to make racist comments. They're actually realizing they are free. They are realizing they can go to college. They're realizing they can get an education. I'm not being negative. Let's stay in inner city. If you don't know the inner cities in this country, I can't help it. They are realizing we can actually move out of government housing. We can actually buy a home that has a paved driveway. Really, I'm serious. And this has the Democrats messed up. They've got to get the black vote out. Their internal polling shows that if they do not get something happening with the black vote, they've got a serious problem. So reparations, right? Let's go to number 23. All right. And this is Ty, I forget how to pronounce this. Cory Booker, Danny Glover testify on reparations. Now, what they plan to do is they plan to vote. Yes, there's going to be a vote on the House. Now, do you think they're voting on serious stuff? No, not at all. They're going to vote on the House to create a committee to study reparations. But they will be out there on the campaign trail saying, if elected, this committee, we're going to pay you. This is all this is about. is trying to tell you out there, okay, in the black community, we're going to pay for your vote. And we're going to start getting it all ginned up now. They're going to gin up what I call, some internal inner city hysteria. And hey, we're going to pay for your vote. That's exactly what they're doing. So now he goes out, all right? Biden goes out. Now let's go to number 27. We're going to show you around a little bit this morning. Now, as we talk every day, they all open up with the same narrative. It's set up every single night. It drops at 4 a.m., MSNBC, CNN, they're all ready with the same narrative every single day. So here, no apology from Biden over segregationist comments. No apology. Joe Biden, okay? Here's Cory Booker, wide-eyed, green-eyed brother. Here he is. Number 28, Josh. Cory Booker, no apology from Biden over segregation. Now, he is on CNN last night, praises the civility of bygone figures like Senator James Eastland. Now, he's on there last night saying, boy, we all know boy is a white racist word. Remember when was it Good Times? It was a show. It was a show set up in the projects of Chicago back in the 80s. Was it the 80s? And Jimmy J.J. Walker, and I forget the dad and the mom, but anyhow, the Michael, the youngest one, and I think the dad would say boy every once in a while, right? And he would say boy, that's a white racist word. Michael would jump up, Black Power, boy, that's a white racist word. Well, here, Booker last night. Now, I want to ask you, is any of this getting through your little blue bonnet, the little blue bonnet of yours? Did you like the cartoon? You might think I'm joking, but you watch how fast they scrub the internet of Foghorn Leghorn cartoons. I know what you're saying. You're sitting there at home saying, why does he get silly? No, they're going to scrub our history. I'm sorry. When I grew up, I used to love to see Foghorn Leghorn, pick up the dog and smack him in his rear end, say that nicely, with the board and get him all worked up. And then the dog would run, right? And the chain would be this far and he would stand and laugh. But Foghorn Leghorn, when I was growing up, we went through the neighborhood. We didn't pick out black kids and we'd say, boy, I say boy. I don't know. We didn't pick out any black kids when we did it. But Cory Booker's all upset. And Joe Biden said, let's go to number 29. Now, this is news. I know sometimes you think, really? Yes, this is news. They're calling this news. Biden opponents accuse him of insensitivity. Biden's insensitive. No, he's not. He'll touch, grope, feel anything moving. I mean, you put 4 little girls in front of Joe Biden. He's not insensitive, folks. He's just Uncle Joe, creepy Uncle Joe. Put a woman insensitive? No, not Joe. He's a touchy-feely kind of guy. He likes to hug people, bring them in, love them, care for them. So Senator Booker should know words like boy. This is what Booker said. Should know words like boy could cause hurt and pain. Okay, so we have to scrap the word boy now. We have to go totally non-gender, right? That's the problem there. You do understand that is a gender reference. They're crazy. They're crazy as hell, folks. Crazy. They're bat crap crazy. Okay. So let me go back. Let me go back. I want to start all over here with my picture. Stay with me because we're going to run through this. But they're talking about the segregationist comments. And James Clyburn came out. Let's just do it for fun here, Josh. I'm going to pass by. Let's not forget they're leaving out. They don't want to talk about their history, Democrats. They're trying to clean all their history. Go back to number 4. Okay? Right there. Robert Byrd, Joe Biden. Why'd they leave that out? Okay? Now, let me say this. Hold on here. I got this. Now, number 13, they've gone to everybody, okay? Dem slam Biden, okay? Sorry about some background noise. The pool filter is running, okay? Have some dogs out in the area. You're going to hear small planes go overhead. Sorry about some of the background. Here is Dems. This is de Blasio. Dem slam Biden's nostalgia for racist colleagues. Nostalgia, right? De Blasio says if these guys that Biden is talking about, if they would have had their way, my wife and I could not have gotten married. Why? It was against the law. I'm so upset with Biden. Why are they upset with Biden? I'd like to know that from you. Why are they doing this now? I think they're getting it out of the way. See, everything that they know, this is one of my opinions that I'm not 100% on. I want to know from you. Everything they know Biden is going to come up against here, the crooked DNC, they get out of the way. Right? Anita Hill got it out of the way. Right? Not that it's gone now. You and I know it. Okay? But all of these things that they feel Biden may come up against, like his time in the Senate, they don't talk about it. It's 1980. And Joe Biden is there. They're talking about these segregation. See, Joe said we could reach across the line and we could talk, and now everybody's enemies. Joe's just being the nice guy in all this. He said, hey, I'm just talking about years ago, that's the way it was, and we, would reach across the aisle and touch each other. I didn't mean to say touch each other, but we would, and we get all touchy-feely on the Senate floor, and now it's just enemies, but everybody is lashing out. So there's de Blasio. Here's Warren, number 14. Senator Elizabeth Warren on Biden's remarks on segregationists. Segregationists. See, I'm going to tell you what the fear is, and I'm going to do it now. You see, make America great again. If you think all this is coincidence, and not coincidence, it's just coincidence. I'm sorry. Let me get that back. If you think any of this is coincidence since Tuesday, if this is not a well-orchestrated rollout on segregation, you're totally wrong. I'm sorry to put it like that. So this is a perfect rollout for the debate, for the clown show that's getting ready to come up with the Democrats. This is a perfect rollout because, see, make America great again. The media wants you to believe that's taking back. How long? Now, how long before this turns into this is where Trump wants to take us back to? How long before Biden says, I've talked about this because you need to know we're not going back there? Watch how this turns into Trump wants to take us back. Trump's actions show segregation. Watch. Oh, yeah. Did I? Yeah, right? I said it. I'm not here to criticize other Democrats, but it's never okay to celebrate segregationists. Never. See, celebrate segregation. It's never okay. How long before what they're talking about flips, according to the media, how long before they take it off of Joe and slide all this over to Donald Trump, celebrating why we don't celebrate segregationists like Charlottesville. Oh, Charlottesville, if it's not already hit this morning, it will. We don't do that like Trump. And we know Joe doesn't mean that in his heart. That came from Clyburn, the black guy. Oh, God. This is all set up, folks. Just a time for the fish fry. Now, MSNBC, number 15. There's Coy. Corey, I'm going to say this, okay? And I always, when I shouldn't say something, I end up doing it. I want to speak directly to you, Corey. You're the only brother in the race, real brother. You may be the first brother. Obama would not I mean, he would not black. Like Obama was not and is not like a double chocolate brownie. You get where I'm going there. I mean, now they sell you double chocolate. How do you double chocolate a brownie? But they do. Okay. So Obama is not like your double chocolate brownie. But Corey, you may be the first actual black guy running. Now, Pete Buttigieg moved right in front of you, my brother, right in front of you. Why'd you let that happen? I mean, Corey from Newark, you know the word on the street corner in Newark? They're all saying the brother gay. Now, I didn't say that. I'm just saying if you're on the street corner in Newark, he was the mayor of Newark, they're saying, we think this brother may be gay. I didn't say that. They're saying, right? And then Buttigieg comes out the other day, Mayor Pete, and says, why, if elected, I wouldn't be the first gay president. Oh my gosh, what was he implying? Michael Obama? Barack Obama? I don't know. I'm sorry, don't get mad at me. I don't say this stuff. They do. Corey, I would have come right out there, say, I cover it all. I'd have went to Democrats and I would have said, look, I want universal health care. This is me talking to Cory Booker, folks, not you. If I was Cory Booker, I would have went outside. I want universal health. I want health care for everybody, no matter what. I want you to have a card in your pocket, go to the doctor whenever you want. Number one. Two, I want reparations for my brother. I would have done that. For my brothers and sisters out there, I want reparations. Three, for the LGBTQ community, F is for flamers. Okay, I added that on. So for the LGBTQ community, I will fly the gay pride flag at the White House every single day. I would have laid it all out there and say, hey, I cover it all. Anyhow, I'm getting sidetracked on Cory Booker, Democrat from New Jersey. So Senator Cory Booker right there, he upset. They talking about it on NBC. Then you got number 16, Biden on criticism. Booker should apologize to me, man. I'm the white guy that stood up for all you brothers over the years. You realize I stood up for all of you? You owe me an apology, man. I've been to the fish fry. You know how many times I've been to that South Carolina fish fry? A lot of times. Corey, you owe me an apology. I served as Barack Obama's white guy for 8 years. Do you realize that, folks? This guy served as the white guy for 8 years. I mean, the brother Obama went around, well, he wasn't a real brother, but he went around like, I got my own white guy over here, my white guy. You know what a VP stands for? My white guy. You see, Trump got a white guy, Mike Pence, right? I mean, they're the ones putting it out. Why am I the bad guy? I'm not the racist here. I'm like, Joe, why am I apologizing? I'm not going to apologize to you. Barack had his own white guy for 8 years. You would think Barack ever said to Joe, boy, just to see how it felt? Hey, boy, come in here. I think so. I think Barack called Joe, boy. You owe me an apology. Do you realize I stood in as the white guy for your president for 8 years? Knowing good and well that's all I was with the white. All right, let me move on. You should apologize to me. I've been to the fish fry. Okay, let's go on. We're going to get out of this one because we're going to talk about something that I said months ago. And I don't know if any of this is getting through that little blue bonnet of yours. Is it? I mean, hey, that was my line. I took it out of a cartoon. So let's go to number 17, Josh. Senator Cory Booker. Biden must apologize. You don't joke about calling a black man boy. I'm looking around, folks. My nerves are shot. We're looking around here. Whew. I mean, seriously. Vice President Biden's relationship with proud segregationists are not the model of how we make America a safer, more inclusive place for black people and for everyone. You just don't go around throwing out the boy. You don't do it. Even if you're foghorn leghorn. Boy, I say boy. Pay attention to me, boy, when I'm talking to you. How would I know that I was going to get such a gift of a subject like this while I was able to sit somewhere just enjoying my morning? I could have never figured this. Number 18, Biden on segregation as senator at a fundraiser Tuesday night, New York City. But today you look at the other side and you are the enemy, not the opposition, the enemy. We don't talk to each other anymore. You don't send me flowers. You don't sing me love songs anymore. Biden on segregationists. Let's go to the next one, 19. Well, guess what? At least there was some civility. We got things done. We didn't agree on much of anything. We got things done. Back in 80, let's not remind everybody that Joe Biden is like a friggin' dinosaur. I mean, that's Biden Rex right there. He is dinosaur Biden Rex. I like that one. Write that one down in the studio, Josh. Write it down and then do me a graphic. Put Joe's head on a damn dinosaur, will you? I want that pronto. Yeah. Joe Dinosaur Rex there. He doesn't want you to know that. Okay, number 20. Biden again. I was in a caucus with James O. Eastland. He never called me boy. He always called me son. Herman Talmadge, one of the meanest guys I ever met. You see, what they're saying is, if you're in the South, okay, and you go back in the days of the South, and you're sitting on a front porch, one of them big Southern homes, and you're drinking your lemonade in the afternoon, and the ceiling fans are going in that Southern movie because it's very hot down south. And you got the little fan going, you know, you got the fan going down south drinking your lemonade, okay? And you got your lemonade on there, and it's hot, man. There's no air conditioner. It's a hot summer day. And you happen to be looking out there and someone that is actually a white guy, we'll call it a white guy. You say, son, come up here a minute, I want to talk to you, son. See, that's because you're white. You're white, son. Okay, son, come here, I want to talk to you, right? I'm trying to break this down for you in Southern style because I could go to the fish fry, right? And then you go to the next guy, and then he sees the black guy coming up the dirt road. They got dirt road in every movie, right? And you sitting on the porch drinking your lemonade, ceiling fan going, boy, come here a minute. Run in the house. Tell Miss Annie to send me some more lemonade. You understand, boy? Now, why are you mad at me? I don't understand that. Because that's what they're doing today. And Make America Great Again, you don't even have the end of the day to where this flips right over to Donald J. Trump. While he called me son, it was a term of endearment. I was a young man in the Senate, and he said, son, here's what happened, right? I was a young man in the Senate, and he said, son, there's something about you I like, son. There's something. Now, you not from the South. You wouldn't know nothing about a good old fish fry, catfish. Why, if we used to put up some catfish and some hush puppies, I don't think you know anything. But son, I tell you what, for a young man from Delaware, son, you're all right. You're all right. I know you're making fun of me, right? It's like, would you stop it already? I got it. I know what they're doing. Folks, reparations, segregation, Joe Biden, Cory Booker. No. They want to erase history, one. Two, this will, again, as I told you, this will turn into Donald Trump. Now, let me say this, and we're going to take a break. I'm going to come back because we're going to flip some things around, I promise. They're more interested. Let me tell you what they're more interested in protecting, okay? New Jersey becomes second state. They want to erase history. I have talked about it over and over, the history in this country that they want to erase. They don't teach our kids history. This is another part of what they want to do in erasing the ugly truth about Democrats. Erasing the ugly truth of who Democrats really are. You see, they've never changed. They're still KKK because they were successful. Democrats were successful in putting Black America on plantations. Absolutely. Dependent of them. And that's their concern. They're more interested in New Jersey's school. Now listen to the history. New Jersey becomes second state in the nation to require schools to teach LGBT history. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we need to keep history. All right. So let's go here. New Jersey has become the second state in the nation after where? California, to adopt a law that requires schools to teach about LGBT history in the move hailed by civil rights groups. Civil rights groups. Interesting. Civil rights groups as a step towards inclusion and fairness. Forget who we really are. Forget our history, Democrats. We're going to flip the script to inclusion and fairness. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to take a brief break. We'll be back after these messages, and I'm going to share with you something I told you months ago. You're not going to like it, so you're going to have to come back for it. I told you this months ago, and it's happening. Take us to break, Josh.